Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before, especially since it's been so long since I've done any videos. I think it's like 6 months at this point, so apologies if I seem a little bit awkward or off, more awkward than normal. I don't know, just because I am out of practice a little bit, I feel. Also, on the subject of apologies, I am going to try and edit this, but I feel like you might be able to hear my fan running. And it's not just making regular fan noises, there's this definite clicking sound when it spins past a certain point, but it is incredibly hot and I have to run it, so I'll see how I can go editing the audio. Hopefully I won't even need to include that disclaimer. But I am here today to chat and catch up to speed on where I've been for the past 6 months and hopefully usher in videos for 2025. So if that sounds interesting to you, please keep on watching. I'm just going to cast my mind back to last year when I sort of stopped doing videos, and it definitely wasn't intentional. If I remember correctly, I didn't do many videos at the start of 2024. It slowly came to the point where I wasn't uploading regularly, and that's for a variety of reasons as well. And then the last video I did, I think, was my overnight reading vlog of the middle of the night, that new Riley Sager release. And then obviously nothing since then. Now, I might have touched on some of these subjects in a vlog here or there, but I figure I may as well just explain. I think at the start of the year and for many months, I was just getting demotivated for a variety of reasons. I was working in a very toxic work environment. My stress levels were through the roof, and I also had some health struggles here or there, which, to be honest, when do I not? Obviously everything is fine now, I'm kind of joking with that, but I had a bit of a bad run. And I think I was just feeling demotivated from everything. I took a trip to Tasmania in April, and I also had family visit. That was my older sister and her children, my niece and nephew, who I'd never met before because they all live in the US. And April, I think, was a really good month, but it was busy and I didn't share any of my Tassie trip as much as I wanted to. I guess I just felt like I wanted to enjoy the holiday and I got distracted not filming. And for a while that was really nice, not feeling like I had to pick up a camera, but genuinely not doing any videos in 6 months. I've missed it so much, and I'm glad that I'm sitting down today to film. I really hope I can upload this because another point I wanted to mention, I've tried doing videos in this time. I think about 3 times now I've tried to vlog or sit down and do catch-up videos, and I never edited them. I didn't put them up. I just felt so demotivated. So I suppose I'll get into the why on that. Again, April was a very good month, but I will say after I came back from my trip and saw my family, that's when things started to turn a little bit. I basically had many weeks of being quite sick. I got COVID for the first time, and that's the first time ever. I feel like I had a really good run at not catching it, but then I finally did. That affected me. I also had a regular common cold right after that, and in the mix I also had a week of nausea because I came off my antidepressants. So I had a whole bunch of things going on, and genuinely that week of sickness when I was nauseous and having withdrawals was the worst sickness I've ever experienced. I'm not going to talk too much about it in this video since I think I might make a separate dedicated video on the subject, on my whole experience with that, coming off it and evidently coming back on antidepressants now. But that was just the worst couple of weeks, feeling sick and then super sick that one week. I felt demotivated for a good few months, I think, without any anti-anxiety, antidepressants in my system. As much as I felt good from other things like therapy and the lead up to making that decision and EMDR, which I will also talk about separately, I think I just fell into a space where I was demotivated physically, mentally, and emotionally. And I can't just blame it on what I was doing at the time with taking medication or seeing a doctor, but just life in general. I had that post-holiday blues, that, I guess, frustration and lack of excitement after having a holiday and seeing my sister and the twins. And I was working a really toxic job. I can't overstate that enough. I was just so down in the dumps. That's putting it mildly. I was incredibly depressed, and it took a long time for me to get out of that rut. It was not one thing that changed, it's been gradual, but certainly a big change in my lifestyle was getting a new job, and that happened in about September. I have been working a new job where I feel so happy every day. I get on well with the people, and that's not to say in previous jobs I haven't gotten on well with colleagues. It's just more so now there's no bad eggs, because genuinely at my last job there was someone there who would cause me to have nightmares. He was very aggressive and abusive, and there was no like HR situation. I don't think I will ever be able to talk about this on YouTube, but it was truly the most toxic work environment I've ever had. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, and I'm so glad to be free of that place because it affected me so negatively every single day. Now I obviously work still. I've got a higher paying job. That certainly helps. Everyone's really lovely though. Lifestyle wise, it's such a change, like day and night. I just no longer dread going into work. Certainly I like days off, but having a Sunday afternoon where I'm not sitting there and really ruminating on everything I hate about my job and dreading it, crying on the way to work and on the way home, which sounds dramatic, but if you've had a toxic work environment, you will know. And the thing is, I've had quite a few toxic work environments before that I've been stuck in and worked with negative people and just jobs that I didn't like. The last one really takes the cake. All of that to say, I'm in a much better place now, work-wise, and I think that's helped tremendously with my mental health and everything. Other things that have been keeping me busy, apart from the job change, I have been reading more than ever. I think I've shared videos on the fact that I like to read in vlogs and some dedicated videos, but in 2023 I read 52 books across the year. 2024 I did successfully read 75 books, and in 2025 I'm planning to read 100. So far so good. Obviously that's about 2 a week, and I think it is achievable if I keep it up. So far I've been able to. Obviously we're not that far into the year, but I think if I plan to read as much as I can at the start of the year, if I have a lull, I should be able to make it through. Fingers crossed. But on that front as well, I do want to do some videos just about reading on my channel this year, or more videos I should say, since it is such a passion of mine. I have spoken before about reading, and I do really enjoy sharing my thoughts and opinions, and having that as a bit of a focus I think makes for fun and exciting videos in my opinion. Certainly I like making them. So for me, reading is definitely going to be a big focus for 2025. I have other goals and things that I'm hoping for this year that I typically always hope and aim for, like being more organized and healthy, so that will be a focus. The other night I made a little vision board or kind of goal board for 2025. I always like doing those every year and making them the background on my phone screen and computer, so I'll put that on the screen now. I just do it online. I find photos, some of them Pinterest or elsewhere. Although I do realise now I haven't got any personal photos. Normally I like photos of, you know, the dogs on there or something like that, and these ones are all random photos on the internet. But you can sort of get a feel for how I want this year to be. So obviously I have the reading goal and just a general vibe that I want for the year, but there is one big thing happening that I know I haven't mentioned yet, and that is I am finally going to Hawaii. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on my channel before, but for as long as I can remember, it's somewhere I've always wanted to visit. I love tropical places, and there's something about Hawaii that I've always had kind of on my bucket list to travel to, so it is so exciting to be able to finally plan that trip. And I don't want to make any promises, but I would love to vlog to share that with you and also have the memories myself, because using Tasmania as an example, it was nice to travel and just feel like I was living in the moment, but I kind of feel like I wish I had videos to look back on and share with you guys. So again, not making any promises, but that's something to think about this year. If I will do maybe some light vlogging over there, because it's again just such a big trip that I've had in my mind for a long time. I can't wait. Alright, now I think those are all of the things I kind of wanted to mention in this video today. I'm sure when I'm editing later there'll be something here or there that I think, oh damn, why didn't I mention that? But for now, I think that's everything I wanted to share. So if you've made it to this point in the video, I just wanted to thank you for watching. I do really appreciate whether you're new here or if you've seen my videos before and have come back when you've seen my face and thought, oh, she's back. Thank you for watching either way. I hope to do more videos this year. I don't think it's going to be too hard to beat the amount of videos that I did in 2024, considering I did so few, but I do genuinely feel like I get good creative fulfillment from doing YouTube videos. I like sharing my life and just sort of sharing with you and getting comments from anyone and just putting something out there. It's a strange thing to explain if you don't necessarily do this. YouTube, but I feel like everyone's creating something somewhere on the internet, or at the very least we're all creating something, you know, music, art, whatever it is. I like doing those things too, but without this in my life I have really missed it greatly. So even though the situation hasn't been ideal today with the fan and the heat, and certainly I'm sure I've misspoken here or there, definitely getting out of practice, but the only way to get past that is to continue. So I just wanted to thank you again for watching, and hopefully I'll be back again before long. I know I've made that statement a lot in videos at the start of last year and never really followed through on that, but 2025 I think is going to be a year of changing this. So I am going to be leaving you here. I just wanted to thank you again for watching. Please let me know in a comment down below what you want for 2025, whether that is a goal or just a general vibe or anything for the year. Let me know what you think your 2025 will hold or how you're going to make that work, and I will see you next time. I'm not going to say hopefully I'll see you next time. I'll be uploading again before long, but with that being said, I'm going to leave you here. So I hope you have a lovely day and I'll see you next time. Bye. I feel like this whole video my lip gloss lip has been sticking to my teeth.